Good morning, brothers and sisters. Appalachian Cryptid Encounters here. I was wanting to let the channel know that I started an email, Appalachian Cryptid Encounters at gmail.com, for anybody who wants to email their stories in of their sightings or whatnot. And a couple times a week, I'm going to read your stories and put them up on the channel. And I love Bigfoot stories, so any kind of cryptid stories, so, I'd appreciate any correspondence, and just for the read, if nothing else, I'm interested in people's stories. But anyways, I got a story for you tonight. This was back during the winter, not this winter, but the previous winter, and at first, I thought it was a UFO because there's a UFO up in the sky. You know how they say that, Sasquatches are often, there's a correlation between Sasquatches and UFOs, right? Well, if the if the belief is true that there is a alien life form coming to the earth to observe the species on this planet, naturally, if UFOs if they're abducting humans, Bigfoot would also be subject to abductions. So yeah, you might see a Bigfoot, close or in the proximity of a UFO, but that's because it's being hunted for abductions too. They're trying to figure it out as much as we are. So, in that sense, I think, when you look up into the sky here, sometimes you'll see, oftentimes, people will have Bigfoot come up to their house or up near to their house, or even up to the point that they're up on people's porches and whatnot. And I do believe, maybe not in all cases, but in some cases, that the Sasquatch, if there is a UFO tracking them, or trying to get up on them, that they will go up close to a human's house to try to get cover and security away from that UFO. So in a sense, I think that's what we got here. Is you'll see the UFOs up in the sky, and you'll see them tracking left across the sky over up to my house, and then you'll see these Sasquatches coming up to my house, and their eyes are glowing. You can see the young juvenile's eyes are they're just radiating with light, which you'll see here in just a moment. So here we go. The video is not very long, but I'm going to roll the film all the way through, and then I'll go back to it. Here we go. See, there's the UFO up in the sky. So he's tracking across the sky. And then you'll see this small group of Sasquatches underneath the tree to the left here in just a moment. You can see it's going real slow too. Just in the cloud cover. Coming real slow across the woods there, and you see right here, the Sas right there. See those eyes lit up? At first I thought that was a UFO. But when you see that this UFO here is getting lower and lower to the ground in relationship to that tree, so it was up in the sky and now it's come down in almost down into the woods, right? So this is the end of the video, but so I'm going to go back to where the eyes are. Okay. See that big, massive forehead there and the eyes? Look at that. So I'm going to take a few screenshots here, and then we'll go to the photo where I can actually get in a little bit closer and manipulate the light a little bit, and we'll try to get some definition to come out on these beings here. Now they got a couple juveniles on their head, I believe. Let's see. See the facial expressions on that guy? Look at this one right here. See? I'm going to rotate the film and watch his eyes move. Watch his facial expressions. See? Watch him blink. See him moving his face and his... And it was really, really cold out, and I was just worried about getting my dogs, or I would have stayed there and filmed them, but I didn't notice them. I would have loved to have gotten some more film time on them. But that's definitely a group of Sasquatch. And twerking his face there. So what I'm going to do, let me see here. Alright. We'll back out of that. Wow, look at that. Brought that a little further up there. I'm going to edit. See what kind of let me turn that back down some. All right. We'll try to lighten it up a little bit to where we can get some more detail. Look how wide that head is of that Sasquatch. Wow, he's a big dude. He's got a little baby on his head right there. And then there's a Sasquatch right there. Two more in between them there. This one adult. There's a small family of them. There's what it is. There's that one right there in the center. I don't think I'm going to be able to get much more out of it than that, unfortunately. But anyways, I'll go to markup real quick. So, I think let me go to, so the one large Sasquatch is right here. And then he's got a little juvenile right here on his head. Right. Riding on his back. Then there's another Sasquatch right here. Or that could possibly be a dog man. It's got a snout or a darrow, one of the two. And then we got this Sasquatch here with the baby on its head right here. There's its eyes, its nose. So I wish I had, which I need to figure out how to do it. That's some computer software. But anyways, that's what we got. We got a family of Sasquatches there. I don't know if I'll be able to get any more footage out of it. Let me see. There might be one spot where let me look here. See the eyes and the nose on that one. Maybe I can get a little more definition out of it. There's one with his little sideways. You can see his conical head there. We're getting some coloration in his eyes there. Check that out. Let me see here. Oh, check him out. Look at that. Nice. That face is starting to come in. I just need to work his footage a little bit and try to get some different angles and whatnot. And we can see them, but you can definitely see the Sasquatch there. Their eyes lighting up quite a bit. Might even be one up top there. Might be a giant. See his face right there. Back behind the tree. I think there is a giant there. But anyways, I'm going to try to get this footage a little bit more footage out of it. Let me see here. Well, Shizen. Now let's just go with what we got. Those two there will be alright. Let me see here. Right here. See if I can get that face to light up a little bit more. You can definitely tell it's Sasquatch though. Pitch dark, unfortunately, but it's definitely a Sasquatch there. Let's see if I can't get. But you can start to see his beard there a little bit. Look at that. There's one behind him too. Check him out. So you can see him looking up to get rid of his glare, but there's his eyeball looking up. His other one, he's got his nocturnal shade lens on. But you can see his cone head, right? There's his beard. There's his mouth. There's his nose. He's got another one back here behind him. for sure. It's definitely a Sasquatch. Family of them. I just wish I'd have got better footage on that. That was pretty amazing. I want to take a look at this guy, see what we can get. See what kind of definition we can get out of him. Alright. So you can see some of the tan coming in on his face. And a little bit of the grayish beard and the tan skin coming in there a little bit on him. I'll try to get the outline of this conical head to come in there a little bit if I can. Ooh. I don't know if I'll be able to get any more out of it or not. Let's look. A little bit. You can see his conical head a little bit there. So you can see his high cheekbone there quite a bit. Right here, here's his cheekbone. You can see there's his nocturnal shade lens. This eye here, his shade lens is barely engaged. So he's getting eye reflection. But he's got a pretty wide nose on him. And there's his mouth. And there's this gray beard. I'll keep an eye on this Sasquatch and see if I can get any more footage of him, clear footage. But that's definitely a Sasquatch there. But I want to go back to that film and just try to get some more expressions out of that face there a little bit. Let me get zoomed in. I wish I could get zoomed in a little bit closer so we could see some more expressions on the face. If I could take this frame by frame and get some movement, I might be able to get some more images out of this. I'm going to keep playing with it and try to go frame by frame. But let's see if we can get some movement out of that face again. There on the left. The one with the conical head. See his eyes blink? There he went. He blinked. Watch his facial expressions. I'm shining that light over their way, and they're squinting their eyes to try to cut down on the reflection. And they got juveniles, babies on top of their head, so check that out. See him blink? Oh.